Hi, and here is a program I developed earlier. Call it Payroll Management System, or you can also call it Payroll Management System. So this is how it works. You can delete. Okay, if you click on delete without anything selected, that is what you get. Select a role to be deleted. Okay, now that the role is selected, you can just delete. Alright, and you can also add, so if you notice, we've just added more information about King Long. So either maybe delete one and modify one. So we can modify that very one you want to modify. Make sure you select it, come in here and enter whatever name you want to enter for King Long. That become Henry Moore, and just change the name of the street to whatever you want. Let's say Dillon Way. Okay, and the location there, maybe that might be Southwest, whatever you want. Okay, who does it work for? Maybe it's working for Goodman Jobs, and just change that to change the name to this role. We can change this to that, and then maybe increase the wages. Overtime hours work 30. So that's that done. All you just need to do now is maybe change the tax code to D. So that's a D there, and just click on total. If you guys can have a quick look at this before I click on the wages, there you can see all the changes is carried out. Then you can then select the update. There, that's it, updated right there. That's how the system works. So what I will do next is just take you guys straight into Java NetBeans development environment, and you'll see how I've put together this system. It's a little bit complicated, but you will enjoy it. Just follow the tutorial, and if you have any problem, you can always send me an email and I'll forward the codes to you. But make sure you subscribe. Let's go into Java NetBeans development environment now. Hi, welcome to Java NetBeans tutorial. In this very session, I'll be developing what I've referred to as a payroll management system. Payroll _management system. Okay, that's the name right there. I will uncheck that very main class, click on finish, and the next thing right here with the payroll management system, right click and select JFrame form, enter payroll management system in there, click on finish. Once that is done, just set the property of this very frame, set the preferred size. Let's set that to 1366 by 700. I'm just going to copy that across straight to the size right here, there, and that is it. The next thing is let me come to the palette right here, get my panel, drop it there, just about that size, and right click, select the property of that very panel, come to the border, change that to, let's go for, yeah, that's fine, the border style. Okay, click on OK. There, that's my panel right there. So I will now add label here, with a label here, and I also need a text box. Let's get a text box, or text field actually is called, text field in place. Change the size of both components, change it to, let's right click, go for the property, or get the property itself, Windows, and right here somewhere get the properties, and let's change that to maybe 18, make that bold 18, that's fine. Okay, just copy it across, both of them, copy across, just duplicate copy, 1 2 3, that's about 4 there. and there. So what I will do next is just copy all of this and make a duplicate of that very one. That's good. So what I'll do next is just to speed it up and get back to you guys. Okay fellows, this is how my system is looking right now. I've also added another, that's two panel right there. Okay, so let's continue with the development of the interface and I'll get back to you guys. Alright, this is how the interface, the entire interface is looking right now. Okay, if I compile and run, and that is how the system is looking right now. Okay, now here I have all my text box and I have all my list box there, text box, list box, and I also have list box here because I'm going to be using these ones as just an output device, while these ones are just like output and input device. Here I have a combo box of which I've entered some numbers into there to represent one stand for or represent January, as February, and so on up to October, November and December right there. And here this is supposed to be the tax code, and right here that's just text box, and here that's supposed to be the national insurance code. Alright, and here I have all labels. Right here I have a label right there. That very label, I'll just use that for the time, and these ones here are all buttons. Right now they all do nothing. And here if you notice I have another plane here, and this plane I'll just add a table to it. So let's add a table to that plane right now. Let's go to the palette there and just select table. That's it right there. Select this very table, drop it there, so you'll be able to manage it more better with the table. Okay, but what will happen is, because I have a lot of data to go and fit inside this table, I may have to select which of the data I will be entering in there. Like I will enter customer's name, address. Do I have to enter that? I can always enter the postcode. I don't have to enter the county. Reference number. Okay, employer's name. Right, employee. No, I don't have to enter that because that's already there. So let's start now. So what I would do is right click on the table, go to table content right there, select in the first place, and I need to select this and just enter as follows: employee name or employer name. So I have that in place, and I also need the address. Let's see, what else do I need? I won't need the address. I'm going to need the address, so address, and I think the address and the postcode and reference number. Okay, let's go for right click. We don't need the address right there. Let's go for the postcode there. So what I'll do now is just speed it up and get back to you guys. Okay, I've finished with my table, and as you guys can see, I've actually used a string as the data type. For your information, you can always choose whatever data type you intend to use, but I just chose string for to make life easy for me. Okay, and here I left here as resizable so that I can resize the table. So if I click on close and let's run the program, compile and run there, this is how my whole system looks. You can see the resizable. That's why I left that way. So I just need to carry out some adjustments right here. Okay, so I'll now go back into the design view and just get rid of these ones because I need these rows. I don't need them visible. Okay, come back here, bring this out a little bit more, just about that. Okay, now right click again and just select table content. Come in here, get rid of all of these rows, it's not needed. There, that's good. Now just save, compile, run. There, this is how the whole system look right now. So it's going to take a lot of programming codes in here to get this thing working. So we better start now, guys. So let's deal with the easy ones first. Maybe let's take care of the exit button, reset, and we'll take it from there. Okay, close that. With the exit button, double click on the exit button. Let's go back, try again. There, that's very simple. System.exit, that's taken care of. So with the case of the other components, we need to get to know the names. So let's come up here, select that. We need to know the names of those very component in this case. So you can now also right click and select change variable. You will see the names there. Click on OK, and you can just come here and turn inside the code right there, or the reset button right here. Paste that. Dot sign text and just change that to null. There, that's for that. So that means we can reset that. So I need the names of this one as well as address. Repeat exactly the same thing for address. So I'm just gonna speed that up anyway and get back to you guys. Okay, now that the reset button is all taken care of, here are the codes for the reset button right there. But I would like you guys to check out the combo box. Those are the combo box. To reset those, you have to set combo box dot reset selected item equals 0. There. The reason why is equals 0 is there they are. And if I come to the property right here, let's go into model. There they are. So when you set it to 0, 0 equals 1 in the case of this very one. Okay, now let's look at the other one. 0 in this case equals A. Okay, so just make sure you guys don't make a mistake when you're setting that. And the same thing applies to this. If you want to add any more data into it, you can just say H equals 10,000. So that's how much you make a year before you've been taxed. Okay, that's it. Alright, that's how you enter data into the combo box. The next thing I'll do now is just to go straight into my program right here, right underneath here. There. Okay, that's taken care of. We import as follows right up here. Okay, the next thing is because I do need these ones for my date, and I'll be needing this for my random number generator for my reference, employer reference number. So let's get the details of the employer reference number and the date. Employer reference there, and the date. Let's go for date over here. Okay, that's correct. So to get the date and the employer reference number in place, I'm just going to double click on the wages and enter as follows. That is the lines of codes represent that will be for the date, and this will be for my reference number. Well, maybe I may have to put the date in the form activate, so that will just appear automatically. So let's run it and see how it is for now. If I click on wages, you get a date right there, but we can always put it on the form activate. So let's come in here and just get the date cut, and we go into the form, right click on the form and select event, come right down window activate right there, and just paste that in there. So that's good enough. Okay, if I run it, let's compile there and run, and what you see is the dates will appear automatically. That's the date. I don't have to click on the wages for the date to appear, so that's much better. Okay, what is remaining for me to do now is I think maybe I should just compile the code to add information onto the table first before we start writing the rest. Okay, let's do that now. Okay, the next thing I'll do is to actually add every single data in here. I like to add it straight onto my table right there, and I think I've given this a name, JTable. So if I double click on JTable, that's right here. Let's get rid of the comment and just enter as follows. Let me show you guys the codes anyway. Right here I have an error trapper, just in case if I don't enter information in into the reference number. Okay, that's what happened. You get that error message, I think, for the reference number. Okay, that's just to reset the error trapper. Okay, that alerts you if you don't enter any message into this very text box here. Okay, and here I have the default for the table mode right here. See, even if I get rid of all of this, if I get, let's say I get rid of those, I can still enter my data. Okay, let's just get rid of those. You see what I'm talking about. Let's see, undo that. Okay, right, let's get rid of these ones. Yeah, and get rid of these as well. There. Okay, with these alone I can always populate my table. So these are the real lines. Let me close this. From here down here, those are the lines of code that actually populates the table. So if I choose to run, let's say I compile and run it, you will see what I'm talking about. I can see enter those information onto the table, but there won't be any error trapper for me there. So if I say the name is, let's say the name is Sally, and address is, let's go for Carltonville. Okay, that's it. County, random, and postcode NW6. Okay, now reference, we don't have to enter the reference because the system should generate that. Actually, I should have used a label there. Okay, employer details, let's say it's a King's label. Let's put King's there. Employee name, we already have Sally's name, Sally Moore. And right here in a city wages and basic salary, let's say it's about £1,200. Overtime, she's done about 4 hours overtime. Okay, now here we have NI. So let's say NI payment, let's say she's paid £100. All we just need to do is we can always click on this one doesn't work anyway, that just generate that. But if we click on this, we can always add those information. You see that what happened. So that's what I want to do. But supposing there's nothing here, I expect the system to generate an error. So let's go into the process let's go into the program, get that reset. So close this. At least we're getting somewhere anyway. Alright, let's go back in there. Where's the code? Back, and just undo all my deleted information there. Yeah, I think we're back on track now. No, one more. Okay, I think that is it. So those are the lines of code for just to add information, just to add those data onto the table there. Okay, so if you want to have a good look at it, that's fine. It looks a bit rough. Let's make it look a bit, let's tidy it up. Okay, I've tidied up the code a little bit. So right here, that is my error trapper right there, and I have it. I'll show you. We have it on my system. Okay, that's how the codes look now. That's just to populate the table. Okay, let's compile, run, and right here it's invisible right now. It's my error trapper. So if I click on add to table, you see that you must enter pay reference number. So let's say I click on the wages, right, and I click on that. You can see the pay reference number in there. Okay, so that's how that works for now. So I'm going to continue with the rest of the code, then we'll take it from there anyway. Alright, add to table there. Okay guys, let's continue with the rest of the code. This is taken care of. We need to take care of wages, update, delete, reset is taken care of, and we should be able to delete content in here. When we select this, we should be able to delete anything we want to delete. Okay, let's take care of that now. Okay, the next thing is to take care of the delete. First thing first, let's give that delete button a name. Let's call on JDelete there. Okay, let's double click on it. Just enter. Get rid of the comment in there and just enter the following lines of codes right here. From here down here, those are the following lines of code for delete. Okay. Alright, so let's just give these few lines of code a try and see. Let's compile, run the program. Alright, I'm just going to enter some details in there. Call and address, let's just call it okay, county, and postcode. Alright, name, employer's name, let's just say and that's the name of the employer. The name is Paul Owen. Inner London wages and salary, overtime. So we just need to click on, let's get that sorted as well, and just click on wages right there. And the next thing is add to table. Okay, none of this works yet because we've not taken care of the codes that are meant to generate that. So if add that to table, we can add more. So let's give the delete a try. Supposing I click on delete, select a row to delete. So let's come in there now, click on delete again. There, see that a row is selected. Okay, this is supposed to disappear. So let's let's come back in here. You see the delete code is working, but this is not disappearing. So let's come back in there. That's the delete code, and that is supposed to be this. So let's copy this come right up here, right there, paste that in there just to set it to null value. Okay, that's fine. So supposing I compile and run it again, let's see what's going to happen. Let's compile and run. Yeah, if I click on this to delete, no data to delete. Supposing I have some information there. Okay, and I enter some names there. Let's click on add. Okay, add to table again, and click on delete. Nothing to delete. Okay, select what to delete. There, it's now working as expected. If I click now, no item selected. There, that's fine. So that's working as expected. With that, let me just call it the end of this first part of this tutorial. So I'll see you guys later.